There is brand new evidence this morning that drivers are ignoring warnings about the risk of distractions behind the wheel. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that distracted driving caused 3,100 deaths in 2013. A new survey shows the problem goes far beyond the texting. Kris Van Cleave is in Washington with the reason we're taking our attention off the road. Kris, good morning.
Good morning. Safety experts say if you're dialing your phone while you're driving, you're about 3 times more likely to crash. If you're texting and driving, that's up to 23 times more likely. But what about video chatting? Here I'm doing it safely from the passenger seat, but this would take distraction to a whole new level, and a new survey finds a surprising number of drivers are doing this behind the wheel.
Hey, did you download the video?
As many as 1 in 10 drivers, 10% could be doing this.
This is going to be the future right here of driving and talking.
Video chatting on their drive home, according to a survey from cell provider AT&T. The same survey found 61% admitted to texting and driving. A third checked their email behind the wheel, and 17% admitted to taking a steering wheel selfie. Despite the widespread understanding of the dangers of distracted driving, we're doing it anyway. 22% of people surveyed who access a social network while driving gave addiction as the reason.
In essence, it's a drug, or what I call a digital drug.
Dr. David Greenfield founded the Center for Internet and Technology Addiction at the University of Connecticut.
This is the circuitry in the brain that gets activated when anything pleasurable is being done.
He worked with AT&T on this survey and believes people get a high from using their cell phone behind the wheel, similar to playing a slot machine.
The reward comes in an unpredictable fashion, both in terms of what, when, and where. And when the reward comes and it's positive and you actually like it, that's going to elevate the level of dopamine in your brain, which is a pleasure chemical. It increases the likelihood of wanting to do it again.
There are apps available to prevent motorists from using their phones, but they've struggled to catch on. One Australian company, Seeing Machines, has a different solution. It's developing a steering wheel mounted device that tracks the driver's eye movements and triggers an alert when a person behind the wheel shows signs of distraction or being drowsy. CNET's Brian Cooley.
Instead, we now have technologies in cars that will detect when you're doing the wrong thing and perhaps lock out behaviors that you shouldn't be doing. This is talking about shaming people into a better behavior.
One particularly scary finding in this AT&T survey, 30% of drivers who admit to checking Twitter behind the wheel say they were doing it all the time, and that's despite the fact 46 states prohibit texting and driving.
Wow, Kris, thank you. That's really alarming.
It is.
And we're not going to do it on our own. They really have to come up with technology, I think, that just...
Something in the car that
that
shakes the
disables
car.
it. That's exactly right, because we will not do it. Because everybody thinks I can do it a second and I'm okay.
Yeah, I do.
Nobody can.
That's true.